She has broken a family of a 40 years marriage and married a guy of 65 years.
She only wants to make money. She's broken her home. Well, this is not anybody else's comment, but two Trinamool Congress MPs fighting with each other. These were some sharp words which were used by Kalyan Banerjee against Mahua Moitra. And the reason was because Mahua Moitra had actually appreciated her party by saying, we do not support misogyny, and that is after the party had condemned the comments by Madan Mitra as well as Kalyan Banerjee, where both of them seems to be suggesting a victim shaming.
বন্ধু যদি বান্ধবীকে রেপ করে তাহলে সেখানে নিরাপত্তা কি করে দেবে বলুন তো আমাকে কলেজের ভেতরে যদি করে সেখানে পুলিশ থাকবে কলেজে নিরাপত্তা কাকে দেবে নিরাপত্তা তো তার সহকর্মীরা দেবে
যে अगर आपको किसी जान पहचान ने बुलाए तो जिस दिन कॉलेज बंद है परीक्षा चल रहा है आपको यूनिट की कुछ बनाएगा तो आप मत जाइए इसमें आपको भला नहीं होगा
I'm talking about the Kolkata rape and not RG Kar, but this time round it's about a law student. She went to a union office. She alleges that there were repeated gang rapes, and the CCTV footage which has come out corroborates her allegations and her claim. As the probe gathers steam, there are more alarming signals which are coming out. First of all, the West Bengal government is patting itself on its back by saying the accused have been arrested. But look at the BJP rule states, where the BJP leaders are actually flaunting their proximity to many of the rape accused or those who are facing charges of sexual harassment. And look at the BJP rule states, where they are not able to even arrest accused and the rapists get away. So our worry this time round, which I'm going to be discussing on One Take this week, is that one, does misogyny pull down the fight against sexual harassment of women? Two, do women feel less safer because they are expected to look after themselves and the responsibility does not come on either the administration or on the men? And third, this kind of a public spat between two TMC MPs, is it ruining or polluting the image of Mamata Banerjee as a champion of women's rights? We all know Mamata Banerjee for long was the only woman chief minister, and this was something which was always flaunted by the Trinamool Congress. No matter what happened, whether it was Sandesh Khali, whether it was RG Kar later, with the charges of women being unsafe, women voters solidly stood behind Mamata Banerjee. It was reflected in election after election, whether they were the Panchayat ones, the State Assembly or the Lok Sabha election. Somehow they all believed that she was the one, Didi was the one who could protect them. And Didi also looked at them as a very valuable vote bank, which is why many of the West Bengal government schemes like Kanyashri, the health scheme, giving money directly into the accounts of women, she's spending a lot of time roaming around with women voters, also was very clear indication that this was a powerful vote bank which really mattered. Which is why in the case of Sandesh Khali, in the case of RG Kar, she showed that her grief was genuine and a woman will be safe. For a long time, and for most of the people, Kolkata is considered to be one of the safest cities in the country. And that is what the TMC flaunts, even now. But the issue is not of the immediate arrest of the accused. The issue is not just the fact that the one who is accused, the main accused, also at one point of time was a part of the Trinamool Congress. The issue is what is happening outside the college, the kind of comments which are coming out. The fact is that when, say, Madan Mitra made this comment, all that the party did was send him a show cause notice. We don't even know whether any definite action will be taken against him, because Madan Mitra is not just any other person. He's a powerful grassroots leader, and ahead of the 2026 critical state assembly polls, she cannot afford to lose him. And that could be one reason why very many are cynical about whether Madan Mitra will actually get away. Same is the case with Kalyan Banerjee. Yes, there are charges of corruption against Mahua Moitra also as well. But the fact is that can a Trinamool Congress MP stand up and accuse her of breaking a family, of doing everything only for the sake of money? Because these are very public charges against Mahua Moitra. Until now, no one from the Trinamool Congress, including Abhishek Banerjee as well as the Chief Minister herself, have come out and publicly ridiculed or rebuked Kalyan Banerjee. That is because Kalyan Da, as he is called, is also been one of the first ones who were right there from day one with Mamata Banerjee when she began her journey in the Trinamool Congress. And therefore, he is not one person who the TMC can turn their back to. Which is why I am coming back to the same question. Will this misogyny, will these kind of comments actually end up hurting finally the women vote bank of Mamata Banerjee? The question is that the BJP is going all out. The BJP, of course, doesn't still have it in itself to take on Mamata Banerjee. There's something which is lacking in their organization. Either they don't have an effective leader to counter Mamata Banerjee. Mamata Banerjee is best when she's pushed to the wall and she knows how to recover. But even that has a shelf life. Many are talking about a strong anti-incumbency. It's been 15 years. Many are talking about the fact that she's only keeping the seat warm and Paipo Abhishek Banerjee will eventually take over, and can he be trusted? And he doesn't have that kind of a charisma which Mamata Banerjee enjoys. He also hasn't seen that street struggle which Mamata Banerjee has. But the BJP is also lacking behind because somehow it has not been able to convince the voters of Bengal that we can be an effective alternative. Let's not forget, it took more than 15 years for Mamata Banerjee to unseat the left. The BJP feels that their time has come, but how? And therefore, she moved from one win to another. But as I said, in politics, nothing can ever be taken for granted. So is that shelf life almost over as far as Mamata Banerjee's women politics are concerned? Because it's one thing when you say that we've immediately arrested the accused. It's another thing when you say that this time round the Kolkata police has learned its lesson and therefore the accused has been immediately picked up, investigation is going on full on, and the woman in this case, her concerns are being addressed. But the fact is that it's all about changing the mindset. Mamata Banerjee is saying that till the Aparajita law does not become a reality, the BJP will have to shoulder the blame for this repeated crime. But who's responsible to ensure that these crimes don't happen? But whose responsibility is also to ensure that your own leaders don't make these kind of comments? Yes, the Trinamool Congress is now indulging in whataboutery and very legitimately asking questions of the BJP as well. They are also saying that why is it that the BJP leaders who are being accused of rape, sexual harassment are getting away? Yes, that's a legitimate question. But the point is, when you care and dare and claim to be different, are you then being really different? And you play the woman card, that she is a woman chief minister, that a woman vote bank stands by her. And the fact that the voters have kept on voting for her despite Sandesh Khali and other such cases of rape allegations. But then how are you now going to be different? Why is there no public rebuke of Kalyan Banerjee? Why has he not been issued a show cause notice yet on the Mahua Moitra comment and has been asked to keep quiet on this? Why is it that no one else for the Trinamool Congress is standing up to Kalyan Banerjee? And the reason behind it, as I just pointed out earlier, is that he is a very powerful leader, a loyalist, and therefore it's very difficult for the Trinamool Congress to completely sideline him or take action. So as of now, no action is being mulled. Mahua Moitra will keep on ranting, so will Kalyan Banerjee, and it's mum's the word when it comes in from the top leadership. Which is why I'm going back to asking this question, is the woman card of Mamata Banerjee now running out? We don't know what the alternative is. BJP is certainly in it. BJP has sent its investigative team. BJP is keeping the pressure going. I'm sure at some point of time the Prime Minister, whenever he goes to West Bengal, or the Home Minister, Mr. Amit Shah, whenever he goes to West Bengal next, will keep on pointing the fact that how is it that TMC, which is a party soaked in corruption and which can no longer care to look after the concerns of women. But the fact is, and the bigger worry for me as a woman is the fact that these kind of comments by many of these Trinamool Congress leaders actually goes on to send out a perception that we, the women of Bengal, will have to look after ourselves. That you're going to be judged by what you wear, how you marry, what kind of personal life you have. And the longer the silence of Mamata Banerjee on these issues go on, because mind you, Kalyan Banerjee and Mahua Moitra have a history of public spat which took place earlier. But after that, there was no public reprimand. Even behind the closed doors, there was no one being told, people asked to shut up. Because if they had been, I'm sure Kalyan Banerjee and Mahua Moitra would not have made these kind of comments again or take public pot shots at each other. TMC was known to be a party in which Mamata Banerjee had an iron grip, in which the discipline was supreme. Today, the Trinamool Congress doesn't seem to be displaying that. So is the TMC crumbling ahead of the 2026 Lok Sabha election? Is the entire issue of yet another rape going to dismantle the women card or women stronghold of Mamata Banerjee? And will the silence of Mamata Banerjee plus Abhishek Banerjee over the public spat or comments by Kalyan Banerjee and Mahua Moitra actually be the beginning of the end of the Trinamool Congress? Is the TMC waning out? Is Mamata Banerjee's grip over the women voters also ending up? And will these kind of rape incidents will also give that scar on Bengal that it's no longer safe for women at all? And in that sense, will it give an edge to the BJP? Do give in your responses on the social media timeline, and thank you so much for watching once again.